Just when we thought spring was here to stay, winter made a surprise comeback. A powerful cold front swept down from Canada, sending temperatures tumbling across much of the country. While the north shivered, the south faced severe storms, including tornadoes and damaging hail. This dramatic weather shift is classic spring. One day it's sunny and warm, the next, frost covers your windows. The clash between warm Gulf air and lingering Arctic chill fuels these wild swings. Staying alert isn't just about grabbing a jacket. It's about being ready for anything, from frost to severe storms. In the next scenes, we'll break down what happened region by region and share tips to help you stay safe. Let's dive into this week's wild weather ride. On the West Coast, it's been all sunshine and mild temperatures. Classic California weather that makes you want to head outside and soak it all in. The skies have been a brilliant blue, and the air has that gentle warmth that signals spring at its best. Los Angeles and San Diego enjoyed perfect spring days, with locals and visitors alike flocking to parks, beaches, and outdoor cafes. The mood was light, and the city buzzed with the energy that only a beautiful day can bring. A high-pressure ridge kept storms and cold air at bay, making the West the envy of the nation. This stable system acted like a protective shield, blocking any hint of unsettled weather from reaching the coast. Meanwhile, the Northeast faced a rude awakening as the cold front arrived, bringing a dramatic shift in the weather. Skies turned gray, and the wind picked up, signaling that spring's warmth was about to be replaced by a wintry blast. Cities like New York and Boston saw temperatures plunge from the 60s to the 30s overnight. People who had just packed away their winter coats found themselves digging them out again, surprised by the sudden chill. This late-season chill was 15 to 20 degrees below normal, more like March than May. Parks that were bustling just days before now sat empty, benches frosted over and breath visible in the morning air. The jet stream dipped south, letting Canadian air flood the east, while the west basked in warmth. This dramatic shift in the upper atmosphere is what set the stage for such a stark contrast between the coasts. It's a striking example of how the jet stream shapes our weather, sunny on one coast, shivering on the other. The same country, but two completely different spring experiences, all thanks to the whims of the atmosphere. These coast-to-coast contrasts remind us just how diverse and unpredictable spring can be. One day you're enjoying a picnic, the next you're reaching for gloves and a hat. Whether you're grabbing sunglasses or a scarf, spring keeps us guessing. It's a season of surprises, where your wardrobe might need to cover all 4 seasons in a single week. And while the coasts battled sun and cold, the Midwest had its own story to tell. Let's see how the Midwest handled the cold. The Midwest took the brunt of the cold this week, as a powerful cold front swept across the region, bringing an early taste of winter to springtime fields and gardens. States from North Dakota to Ohio woke up to freezing temperatures, with shimmering frost blanketing the landscape and turning fields into a sparkling, icy scene. For gardeners and farmers, this sudden drop was a real threat. Tender plants and new crops faced damaging frost, putting weeks of careful planting and nurturing at risk. Cities like Chicago and Minneapolis saw overnight lows plunge into the upper 20s and low 30s, temperatures far below what's typical for this time of year. Across the region, people scrambled to protect their gardens, covering delicate plants with blankets, sheets, and even buckets, hoping to shield their spring growth from the biting cold. The danger is real. Spring plants are no longer dormant. Their new water-filled growth is especially vulnerable, and a single freeze can cause leaves to wilt, blacken, or die back completely. A May frost like this can wipe out weeks of hard work in just one night, leaving gardeners and farmers to start over or salvage what they can. This cold snap was a harsh reminder of how quickly spring weather can turn, and just how important it is to be prepared to protect what you've planted, even when you think the worst of winter is behind you. Now, let's head south, where the weather story took an even more dramatic turn, bringing new challenges for growers and communities alike. While the north battled frost and icy winds, with landscapes blanketed in shimmering white, the south and southeast faced a very different threat: severe storms that rolled in with little warning. Clashing air masses, cold, dense air pushing down from the north, and warm, moisture-laden air rising from the Gulf, created the perfect recipe for dangerous weather outbreaks. States like Texas, Oklahoma, and Mississippi were hit hard, with tornadoes carving paths through neighborhoods and hailstones as big as baseballs, smashing windows and cars. Strong winds and relentless rain added to the chaos, damaging homes, uprooting trees, and leaving many without power. Even the southeast, including Georgia and the Carolinas, saw repeated rounds of storms and wild temperature swings that kept residents on edge. One day brought warm, sticky air and sunshine. The next, cool breezes and cloudy skies as the front swept through, leaving everyone scrambling to adjust. The key lesson: always have multiple ways to get weather alerts, whether it's a phone app, a weather radio, or local news. And make sure you have a safe place ready in your home, like a basement or storm shelter, where your family can take cover quickly. Spring storms can develop fast, sometimes in just minutes, so being prepared and having a plan can truly make all the difference when seconds count. This week proved that spring in the South means staying vigilant, watching the skies, and never letting your guard down. So, as we look ahead, let's see what's next in the forecast and how you can stay safe in the days to come. Looking ahead, the chill will slowly fade as high pressure moves out and temperatures rebound. Expect cool mornings early in the week, but by next weekend, cities like Chicago and New York should see highs back in the 60s. The frost risk will drop, letting spring plants recover and grow. Meanwhile, storm chances will shift back to the central and southern plains. Tornado Alley could see more active weather soon. The west coast stays dry and pleasant, while the southeast calms down as the storm track moves west. The main story: a gradual return to normal spring warmth in the east and renewed storm risk in the plains. Spring's not done with surprises yet, so keep an eye on the sky. Let's wrap up with some quick tips for navigating spring's wild ride. This week showed just how fast spring weather can change. Being prepared is key. Check your local forecast daily and use a weather app or NOAA radio for alerts. Protect your plants from frost with covers and remove them in the morning for sunlight. Secure loose outdoor items before storms hit to prevent damage. Dress in layers. Mornings can be cold, afternoons warm, so adjust as needed. Have a severe weather plan and talk it over with your family. Preparation isn't about fear. It's about being smart and ready for anything. Spring brings growth and renewal, but also wild weather swings. Stay informed, stay safe, and enjoy the season's beauty, no matter what Mother Nature throws your way. Thanks for joining us on this week's weather journey.